Hey everybody. This isn't a planned journal. This is just with everything going on though, I figured I would come forward and just do this. You're going to notice a lot of stopping and starting, and I also look like I just got out of the shower because I did, and that's where the thoughts happen. We all know that. So, um over the past 24 hours, we have lost three amazing talents: Peter Cullen, Dolly Parton, and Tim Curry. Um, I'm rocking a Sisters of Mercy t-shirt. That should be a pretty big indicator as to what kind of music I listen to. Um, Truth be told, I was never the biggest fan of Dolly's music, but as a person, that woman that woman is what you would see when you look up the definition of role model. I had a lot of respect for her, just because of the way she treated people, because of the way she carried herself. She was the very definition of class. And as a goth guy who usually starts out his morning with a healthy dose of In Flames, even I could see that. Um, Tim Curry hit really, really hard. One of my first movies that I can remember from childhood was Legend. For those of you who have not seen it, it is a fantasy thriller, and I believe it was one of Tom Cruise's first movies. Um, and Tim Curry played the Darkness, the devil. I want to say this film came out during the height of Satanic Panic, and they did not call him the devil because of, obvious freaking reasons. But I still remember him asking, "Bring him the horn of the unicorn." Um, it stuck with me, and then from there, geez, where do I begin? Clue is one of my all-time favorite films. Um, my sister and I used to watch the miniseries of Stephen King's It like crazy, and I personally don't pick between the Pennywises because I feel like both of them brought their A game to the table, and Tim Curry made a TV movie way better than most TV movies in the 80s and 90s were. Was it perfect? No. No, especially when you get to the end of part 2, but everything leading up to that was good. I mean, especially for the time. Um Muppet Treasure Island I used to watch with my son. And Fern Gully, we go back to my sister. That was one of her favorite films. The man maintained his sense of humor through a devastating stroke. He came back, did a couple indie horror projects, and hold on, my autofocus is going nuts. Hang on. All right, I think we're better here. Where was I? So, again, he went ahead and did some independent horror films post stroke, and every video I saw that was an interview with him after that horrible life event, he still maintained that sense of humor. He still maintained his dignity. And that man lived to let us know the misfits mattered. It's been a rough year for us. Um, we live vicariously through a lot of entertainment. And, when you're part of this community and you go to conventions and you go through these things with you realize these people are just people, and they have been lucky enough to touch our lives. And Peter Cullen, my stepbrother was a diehard Transformers fan. I really didn't get into Transformers until I was a lot older. Um, but to the Peter Cullen fans out there, man, I'm so sorry for the Transformers, the hardcore Transformers kids. This is this hurts me, so I can't imagine how bad it hurts you. Um, and all we can really do is just look at this and tell ourselves, thank you. To be thankful for everything these three people and all the people who passed before them put before us and said, here you go. We hope it makes you happy. We hope it makes you think. We hope it makes you feel accepted. Between the horror community and the voice acting community, I finally started to feel a sense of acceptance. Um, I couldn't do it for myself for a long time. And Tim Curry hurts. I never got a chance to meet the man, but I know people who have, and I have yet to hear a bad story. I have yet to hear anybody say he was anything other than a class act who made them laugh. And yes, I know he was known for having a bit of a dirty sense of humor. Come on, let's take a look at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's not something you'd necessarily show your church group. Okay, I'd do that, just to see the blindsided reactions. But I mean, come on, am I alone there? It's hard when the childhood you barely had starts dying off, and that was a voice among the many that helped me really push forward when I didn't think I could. That's one of the reasons I'm in this school to be a voice actor. I want to be that voice that helps somebody through a bad day. I want to be that voice that inspires somebody like I was inspired. And sorry, this is on the fly. I wasn't preparing myself for this. But how do you prepare yourself for this? I don't know, guys, but I will say I am lucky enough to be part of two communities. And one of them, you wouldn't think it if you're an outlier, but two communities that are full of love, full of acceptance, and the good vastly outweighs the bad. So stay strong out there. Reach out if you need to reach out. I'm going to let you go with three simple words: I love you. We're not alone in this, guys. Take time to grieve.